I think it was probably the thing to do for years in Hollywood. When anybody was doing a movie and they needed a villain or a bad guy, somebody who was really despicable, they'd say, why don't you go out and get Lee Van Cleef? He's probably played more villains than any other person in motion pictures. His eyes are such that he got the term angel eyes referred to him. And he can currently be seen playing the good guy, believe it or not, in the NBC series The Master, which is on, did I say on NBC? Well, I'll say it again. On NBC Fridays at 9 p.m. Would you welcome Lee Van Cleef? Good to see you, Lee.
Hi, thank you.
Nice to I don't think you've ever been with us, have you?
No, I haven't.
And I'm not sure we have ever met. Maybe across a room or something?
One time, a long time ago, in New York.
That could have been.
In the late 60s.
Yeah, that's right. You are right.
Between the middle and late 60s.
You've got a good memory. You started in stage in New York. I suppose most people think because of all the roles you played in motion pictures, you started in pictures, but was stage work first?
Yeah, it was stage work. Very funny entrance into it. I did a couple amateur shows back in Clinton, New Jersey, with the music hall players there, which is quite a popular group. And incidentally, I like that last note.
Thank you. Thanks.
And all the rest of it.
Thank you.
You can have it if you want it.
I can have it. Okay. No, but the last director, after a couple amateur shows there, took me into New York, and he said I should start studying dramatics. So he took me in there to meet somebody, and they immediately sent me to the Alvin Theater. And I got up on the stage there. I didn't know what I was doing. I got up on the stage there, and the director says, read some lines. The stage manager hands me the script. I read the lines. I flub all the way through it. And he says, okay, take your jacket off. And I read some more lines with my jacket off. And he says, take your shirt off. And I'm beginning to get the message. He wants muscle.
Ah.
And in those days, I had a little. And so then after the shirt, he says, take your pants off. I said, no, just a minute now. With the broad sitting down there with you? I'm talking to Joshua Logan. I don't even know who he is. Right. And he says, you got jockeys on, haven't you? Yeah, I got shorts on. I usually wear shorts.
Yeah.
So he says, well, take your pants. Okay, so I sit down on the bit. Now, this is the deck of the ship rigged there. So I sit down on the bit, and I proceed to take my shoes off. And they want muscle. So when you put your heel down, the calf muscle will stick out for you. So I said, I'm going to take my shoes off because I don't want to wreck the inside of my pants with your mind. So I took my pants off, got up on the hatch cover and started, pirouetting around there a little bit, and read some more lines very badly. And he says, okay, get dressed and come down here. I want to talk to you. So down I went, and he says, I want you to start tomorrow.
That was it?
That was it. Only I didn't start tomorrow. Not exactly. I said, I can't. I've got to close up the books. I was doing accounting on the side. I was working in a plant in the daytime. I had to give them 2 weeks' notice. I explained this to him. He says, don't call us. We'll call you. So I got back to the plant the next day. That was a Friday. I told my boss, who had been on stage himself, and he says, you're fired. You're fired. You really want to do this, don't you? I said, yeah, you're fired. You don't have to give us 2 weeks' notice. I fire you right now. So that was that. I closed up the books. I gave them to another accountant to take care of, and that was it.
Never went back to anything but the stage?
Never went back to anything except the stage. Well, not the stage, but the screen. The play happened to be Mr. Roberts.
Not a bad vehicle.
That's a pretty good start, with John Forsythe first and then Hank Fonda.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever get tired of playing bad guys in the motion pictures? You played some pretty good heavies.
No, they're pretty good characters, actually.
Yeah.
They got a lot of depth, some of them. If you can get some sympathy mixed with the horrible things you're supposed to be doing.
Did anybody ever try to change you physically?
Yes, in the first picture.
Yeah.
I was Stanley Kramer saw me in High Noon, or in Mr. Roberts, and he called me up. He wanted me to do the part of Harvey Pell in High Noon.
Right.
And he said, but I want you to fix your nose. Well, my nose is kind of a trademark with me. They call me Hawk Nose on every set I get on.
It's a good solid nose.
Yeah, I like
character.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go with that. So I told him what to do with himself, and that was the end of that interview. Called me back the next day and wants me to play a heavy, so that was my first picture. I played a heavy in High Noon.
That was one of the great classics of all time. Must have been proud to be in that picture.
It's beautiful.
You have a problem. I remember reading that when Humphrey Bogart would go into bars, people would have seen all of his pictures where he played the tough guy. Would you get this? Does that happen when you get somebody who's had a couple of belts?
Many
see
years.
you in there and then come over and say, hey, you're the tough guy in pictures, and start to try to get a brouhaha going?
Are you as tough as you play in the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Years ago, but there's no challenge now. They look at me and I'm an old bald-headed man.
Well, how'd you handle it in those days? How'd you handle it?
Tried to talk your way out of it, but if you can't talk your way out, then I happen to get lucky, that's all.
Yeah. What's the new show? You play the good guy.
Yeah. The ninja.
Yeah. The ninja. That's the secret
ninja.
The secret Japanese
Very,
society.
very secret, so mystical that there are many views of what a ninja really is. He's a phantom. He's so mysterious that you don't know a ninja unless you happen to be confronted with one. They dress in black outfits,
right,
and with nothing showing but their eyes. And they hide in the shadows and do what they're supposed to do.
Manage to do many, many things.
Yeah. They use all the ancient weapons as well as just the bare-handed martial arts.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting.
Good. Looking forward to it. That's on...
That's what this thing's all about right here. That's supposed to be in the story that we're doing.
Right.
This is supposed to be the emblem or symbol of my particular household.
Oh, let's see.
It's supposed to be a butterfly. It's a little difficult to see what it is, but that's what it's supposed to be.
Is that supposed to ward off evil?
No, that's just a symbol of the house. All the various groups have that sort of thing.
I look forward to seeing the show. Wish you good luck with it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay where you are.